Hi everybody! 大家好! I welcome you to Jade Palace Yamingong. My name is Yaya. The year is almost over, but we still have one more festival we need to talk about. So, let's get started. LaBa Jie, LaBa Festival, falls on the 8th day of the 12th lunar month. Why is this festival called this? The 12th lunar month is called La, or La Yue in Mandarin, and 8 is Ba. So it literally translates to 8th of the 12th lunar month. Pretty straightforward. This festival is interesting in that it's still celebrated, just no longer for its original custom. Instead, it's now more regarded as a Buddhist holiday. Though not generally celebrated for its original meaning, this holiday can be traced into ancient times. Yup, it's another festival that's been around for thousands of years, and like most ancient Chinese festivals, its beginnings are rooted in our agrarian culture. Originally, this festival is linked with ancestral worship. Ancient customs included sacrificing game to the ancestors during the last month of the lunar calendar. We would pray to the heaven and earth for good harvest and for good luck for our families. After the ritual sacrifices, citizens would feast together, similar to and most likely an early rendition of traditional Chinese communal eating. It is also often called La Ji Festival or End of Year Sacrifice Festival, indicating its ancient origins with early sacrificial rituals. What's the meaning behind the festival's name? Sacrificial rites called La would be performed on the 12th lunar month to the earth and heavens. People would sacrifice their prey, and during that time, the term prey, 猎物, would be used interchangeably with La. So much that La would be used to refer to both. And since the festival was on the 8th of the sacrificial month, giving us the term LaBa. Although the festival has had many different names throughout different dynasties, the name and date were officially fixed during the Northern and Southern dynasties. There are many legends on the origin of this festival, both ancient and a little more modern. The oldest origin myth comes from over 3,000 years ago. The legend goes that during the Xia dynasty, Emperor Zhuan, one of the 5 emperors of the early ancient times, had 3 sons who became evil after death. They would ambush and frighten children. People from ancient times were afraid of ghosts and gods, as they were incredibly superstitious and believed that they controlled people's health. The only way to get rid of these spirits were 2 types of red beans, so people would pick them one day a year and make porridge with these beans to deter evil spirits. Second origin story says that this day is to honor Yue Fei, a famous general of the Southern Song dynasty. During a harsh winter on the 8th day of the 12th lunar month, Yue Fei resisted the northern invaders in a small town. His soldiers were starving and cold. The locals sold them porridge which reinvigorated them, allowing them to return triumphant. Later on, citizens marked this day by making porridge with associated grain and fruits to celebrate Yue Fei and his feats. And the last legend, before Zhu Yuanzhang became the first emperor of the Ming dynasty, he was starving and suffering during a harsh winter. Unexpectedly, on the 8th day of the 12th lunar month, he was able to forage some red beans, rice, dates, and other grains. He boiled them together and made a porridge. When he became emperor, he commemorated that day as a holiday and named the porridge he ate. There's definitely an emphasis on porridge in all 3 of these stories. Which brings us to the most important custom of the LaBa festival, LaBa Congee, perhaps the most important and unique tradition of this festival. Most Chinese festivals do have important food customs, but the LaBa festival super emphasizes this food tradition. LaBa Zhou, LaBa Congee. is a porridge that is made up of assorted rice, grains, and dried fruits, though originally it only consisted of red beans in its earliest form. Prior to the northern and southern dynasties, it was not eaten by the people, but was used as offering to the gods. The importance of LaBa Congee predates many of the origin stories, which is why each rendition places such an emphasis on it. It was important to have a good harvest after a year of hard work, so farmers would show appreciation by sacrifices to the ancestors. LaBa Congee was one way to celebrate the harvest. This porridge has at least 8 ingredients that would include glutinous rice, red beans, millet, grain, peas, lotus seeds, and dates, though this can differ province from province. Original way of making LaBa Congee was much simpler than what we consume today. Our modern customs originated during the Song dynasty and became popular during the Qing dynasty. During the Ming dynasty, it was considered a holy food that the emperors would offer officials during festivals. Seeing the elite consume this food, its popularity trickled down to the average citizens, further establishing this custom. Other special provincial foods are LaBa tofu from the Anhui province. Several days before the festival, they lay tofu out in the sun until the surface turns golden, which can then be used to make different dishes. In the Qinghai province, locals enjoy a dish of wheat kernel rice boiled with beef and mutton. LaBa noodles are popular in the Shanxi province. The citizens would eat LaBa noodles on the morning of this festival. It's made by steeping beans in water overnight to soften them, then boiling soup the next morning with the beans, and then letting it stew over a low flame. Noodles are boiled with the soup before mixing in stir-fried chopped green onions. The LaBa festival is often seen as a prelude to Chinese New Year. As an old Chinese saying goes, "There's no hurry, the Spring Festival comes right after the LaBa festival." One custom of the LaBa festival in preparation of the New Year is making LaBa garlic, also called emerald garlic. On the day of the festival, people would put garlic into vinegar and let it pickle for over 20 days before New Year celebrations. As the name states, the garlic would turn emerald green due to a chemical reaction to the acidity in the vinegar. It would then be eaten on Chinese New Year as a special dish. Chinese New Year is the most important time for Chinese culture. This festival is considered an extended celebration of the Lunar New Year and marks the official start of the Spring Festival, which gets us ready and fills us with holiday spirit. I did say that this festival is now predominantly a Buddhist holiday. Other than small rural villages that have their own folk traditions, the general public that celebrates this festival now are most likely Buddhists, celebrating it as an important day for Buddhism. It is believed that the Sijia morning Buddha attained enlightenment on the 8th day of the 12th lunar month. With the introduction of Buddhism into China, the festival became known as the Day of Enlightenment. LaBa Congee is also considered an important food tradition for Buddhist celebrations. According to historical records, large temples would make and offer the porridge to poor citizens as a way to show their faith. Its importance is also integrated into the Buddha's enlightenment story. When the Sijia morning Buddha was questing for ultimate understanding, he grew tired and hungry. Exhausted, he became unconscious next to a river. A shepherdess found him and gave him her lunch, a porridge of beans, milk, and rice. This reinvigorated him and allowed him to continue his journey. Ever since, monks would prepare this porridge on the eve of the festival and hold a ceremony the next day, chanting sutras and offering the porridge to Buddha. Regardless of how this festival started or how we celebrate it today, its basic meaning is still the same: to give thanks for what we have and being grateful for what we have been given. I have a Teespring if you'd like to support the channel. I have a lot of super cute designs that I'm really proud of, so please check it out if you can. Link is in the description below. So what do you guys think? Have you had LaBa Congee before? Leave a comment down below because I would like to know. You can also let me know what topics you'd like to see me cover in the future. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe to Jade Palace Yamingong. I would very much appreciate it. This is the last video of the year, and I want to thank you guys so much for making 2022 so amazing, and I can't wait for what 2023 brings us. So wishing you guys a very, very happy new year. I'll see you guys next time, okay? 再见了，拜拜。